What's going on, everyone? I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Thank you guys for stopping by to watch the video. I've been getting a ton of requests to do a 7 guide, so I decided to go ahead and do one. A little bit of different style, a more in-depth style than what I've been doing before, but that's what people have been asking for, so I'm going to start from abilities to what the gun does to all the way to the build and go really in-depth in the build. So we'll have 3 different sections, and yeah, let's get right into it. I'm going to give you guys some tips and tricks and some unique as well mechanics that you can do with this character, and you can implement it right into your gameplay. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So we have 7 here, who is an electricity based character. He shoots a 3-round burst gun with little recoil. He has headshots that do 20 to a hit and body shots that do 11 to 12 a hit. You can hold down left click to go full shoot, or you can just click yourself and it just does the burst by default. Next up is going to be our first ability, which is our lightning ball. This is going to be our main lane clear and lane control ability. So we throw our ball straight, it hits our enemies, and it does tick damage over time and slows them down. So different unique ways that we can utilize this. So let's say this person is contesting our wave here. We are going to throw the ball here. This will then slow them down, hit the creep at the same time, and force them out of the lane. And then you can have free headshots on them when they're trying to get outside of your ball. It's just something to be wary of and a unique little mechanic that you can do. That's your lane control. Your second ability is going to be your stun. It's automatic lock on. This counts down and will stun you, the enemy that it has marked, and anyone around it. Again, this is auto locked on, short range to get to them, but it will stun anybody around. This, when leveled up, does increase in radius into a very big radius and will stun everybody around, even if they're up atop above by a certain amount of radius. That I actually don't know offhand, but even if they're like up here, for example, they will get stunned. The third ability is going to be your main wave clear and jungle camp farm. This is what my build is going to be based on. And this is your third ability that enhances your weapon. You shoot 3-round bursts and it does a chain lightning effect. As you can see, it is bouncing across and you can see the purple effect. This is doing spirit damage to everybody that it bounces to. No matter if you hit them in the head or the body, it does the same amount of damage and it bounces off, ricocheting to other people. This does proc your Mystic Vuln if you do end up going Mystic Vuln, so keep that in mind when you're doing that. And all spirit abilities that would proc. Mystic Slow, for example, a bunch of different abilities that would end up procking. So, without further ado, we'll go right into the abilities that we want to be leveling. Actually, we'll just go into the abilities of what they do, and then we'll go from there. So we're going to start off with our first ability. Leveling it up will give us an extra charge, so you can see right here, right above the ability, there are 2 markers. This is each charge. If you throw a charge 1 time, you have a 8-second window before you can throw one again. Leveling it up again will reduce the movement speed of anybody that's inside of it by 40%. And then leveling it up again will increase your speed by 70 DPS. This 70 DPS is not just 70 insta-burst, this is 70 over time. So if I throw somebody in, it's going to do a 70 extra DPS over time. It does do a lot of damage, and you can combo it with your 2. So if you 2, wait for this to proc when they're running away and chasing them, wait till it's done, throw the 2 or the run right before it stuns, and then when it stuns, and that can maximize your damage output. Now the 2, the second ability is this is your stun. Doing 1 upgrade will minus 20 seconds on it. 2 upgrades will do 8-meter radius. 3 upgrades will do stun duration. So a nice little thing in a team fight you can do is if you see a window behind on like a backline, you can throw them, just hold your round a little bit, wait till the stun goes out, stun them all, and then you can chain with your 3. That's a big combo and a nice combo to have overall. Let's reset the AI. Now, your third ability is one of the more unique abilities actually in the game, though it's very simple. It is very, very unique. I'll show you a mechanic here very soon once I'm done talking about the ability. Leveling up this ability once applies a 15% resist reduction for 8 seconds, 16% cooldowns off of your 3, and then a plus 12 shock damage bounce, and it bounces extra 3 times at max rank. As you can see, it does bounce more. Bounces an extra 3 times. Now you can go into your ultimate ability, which is the coolest ability in the game, and this is a big thing called Storm Cloud. This will hold you up in the sky. It expands over time. As you can see, this radius of the cloud will keep expanding, starts here and goes outwards, and will just keep doing damage as long as people are inside. So first upgrade will do my plus 35% bullet resist, plus 7 seconds channel time, level 2. So you are up here for literally forever, and yes, you can combo this with duration extender, something I will get into, don't you worry. And the next will be 75 DPS, similar to your first ability. This 75 DPS is not instant, this is over time, not just a plus 75 on every single tick. So keep that in mind on what you decide to level up. So now, I told you I was going to talk about a 3 combo. So what we have here is we're going to play a round with our Fleet Foot. So whenever you have Fleet Foot with Enduring Speed, honestly I don't even think you need Enduring Speed. I'm pretty sure all you need is actually just Sprint Boots, but while you have Enduring Speed, your movement speed is faster. You see this little jog that I'm doing? So without pressing Shift, I can just hold Control and I will slide, right? So if I'm chasing somebody, when I lose this, I cannot do it when I'm in combat, right? So to minimize this, hold on, so I can show you guys the bounce. To minimize this, we're going to get out of combat here. We're going to run, press our Fleet Foot, press our 3, and then while we're running, we can hold Control and we'll have more ammo while we're using our ability here. Yeah, I believe you get like 1 use of it. So you have it, you can hold Control as long as that Fleet Foot duration is going on. You have a I believe it is 4 seconds. Yeah, you have 4 second duration of your Fleet Foot. Your combo there. Now, yes, you can also combo this with Surge of Power, because Surge of Power also gives you movement speed. Once you pop the thing, you put this Surge of Power onto your 3. And Surge of Power is once you activate your ability, you gain movement speed. So if I prop my 3, I gain Surge of Power. Similar thing, since I have a high enough movement speed, I can spam crouch all around. And this allows me to chase people around. This is all 1 mag, by the way. So it's very easy to chase people around. Yes, this is a huge part of 7. And this does make him very, very strong. As you can see, this is 1 mag. I have no other items, and I just have basically infinite ammo. As you know, when you're crouch sliding, you have infinite ammo for that duration of the crouch slide. Movement in this game is very important. I will do a movement guide on this at some point. There is plenty out there, though, if you guys are looking for something specific offhand. And yeah, so that's one unique combo that you can do. A natural combo as well that you have for 7 is that once you see somebody and you have a bit of your items online, you can proc your 2 on someone, chase them around, proc your Fleet Foot, wait for the stun to go out, pre-1. You can kind of just chase them around like this and just get kind of movement all over them and just bounce around. That's kind of overall your combo. If you think somebody's gonna escape, you can shift jump, do a spacebar. Once they're out of range, cancel early, proc your 3, and you can chase them around as well that way. And then we'll talk about the build later, but this is why Mystic Slow is a very important item, as it will slow down the movement speed of your enemies. I haven't messed around in Inhibitor too much, but Inhibitor could in theory be pretty good as well. It does the same thing, but you do have to be shooting them, versus all you need is 1 single proc of Mystic Slow from your ultimate, and then you will be able to chase them down. So without further ado, though, let's get right into the item build. We're going to go super in depth on this part. I know a lot of people have been wanting me to go super in depth. I have my, I've been getting a ton of requests about having a build up on the, I don't even know, public builds, I guess. So this is now officially here. You can go to the public tab, type in Venenu or Ven, and we'll, okay, Venenu, too many. Venenu 7 right here. And you can go right here and press the like. Feel free to do so if you want. I have all of your ability ordering down here as well. Maxing out your 3 so you can hyper farm with Tesla bullets. Maxing your 2 as well so you can get your stun maxed out, increasing the duration of that and the radius. Maxing out, or putting 2 points in your 1 so your slow is longer, and then maxing out your ult so you just have a bunch of damage in your ult. This is, you don't actually have to max this out if you don't want to. If they have a lot of interrupts, you can end up maxing out your ball instead of maxing out your 1, or your ult, sorry. So what we're going to do is I have my lane items here. So mainly for every single lane, I've been really enjoying extra regen. Extra regen allows you kind of to sustain the lane no matter what kind of lane you're in. If you're against a high bullying lane or a high pressure lane, or you just kind of want to be playing aggressive, for example, this can benefit you in that way, just because it does just give you a bunch of extra regen and sustain through the lane. Also, by the way, giving you a little bit of extra ammo, not too much, but it's a little unique mechanic. You can see on the right side there, it says modifies it by 3 extra bullets of mag. So that item is really good to have by default. I recommend that you always get it no matter what, personally. If you're also struggling, you don't have to go extra regen here. You can actually go healing right if you're really losing lanes super hard. Personally, I think you just go extra health. I think extra health is a really strong item. Gives you 160 extra health, plus 11% base health, plus 5% weapon damage. So, do recommend going this item as well. This item will just give you that extra health and extra regen. I actually end up rushing these two in every single lane, as laning phase, personally, to me, is about surviving it, getting to your ultimate ability as fast as you can, and then taking your fight, unless somebody gives you that opportunity to capitalize on it earlier. So next up, we're going to go into basic mag or infuser. Personally, I like going infuser first. Infuser allows you to gain 16 spirit power on proc. It is a active item. You can choose wherever you want to put it. I put it on Z personally. This gives you bonus health, 10% ammo, and 16 spirit power, 20% lifesteal for fighting. This is a really big item purchase, in my opinion. It allows you to kind of control the lane utilizing your 3. You basically proc your 3, proc infuser, and you can kill the wave instantly and fight at the same exact time. This is also a good item for people that are playing really aggressive on you. If they play aggressive on you, put your 2 on them, wait for the stun to go off, press your infuser, use your 3, and kill them while they're on the floor. You can also go into basic mag. Obviously just gives you more ammo. It's one of the strongest tier 1 items in the game, giving you 15% extra weapon damage, 24% extra ammo. Sprint boots is really strong because sprint boots allows you to upgrade in enduring speed. You almost need enduring speed every single lane or game. Everybody has slows. People buy slowing hexes. People just have slows in their kits. There's a bunch of different things. Really good into Kelvin, for example. I mean, everybody almost has a slow in the game, so it's just really nice to have. Also giving you base movement speed. We know love movement speed. If you guys are confused on what sprint speed means, so it's this little lines that are coming outside of me. You can kind of see these little straight lines. That is me sprinting. If I hit somebody, I no longer have that sprint speed. So sprint speed is only when you're out of combat. Move speed, like it says above here, is when you are just running around by default. Even if you shoot somebody, you have more move speed. So we are next going to go into extra spirit, because this is just a high spirit power item. This is overall a 12 spirit spike buy. Base spirit purchase has plus 4 spirit power, then it gives you 8 extra spirit power, 1 HP regen, and 35 base health. Again, comboing really well with the extra regen, so I like to go extra regen, extra health, extra spirit, infuser, then basic mag, then sprint boots. This is a really good start. It's pretty consistent across the board. I haven't run into any problems specifically with it. And yeah, if you are getting really fed, you actually don't need to end up buying basic mag or sprint boots, and you can save up for Tesla bullets, because Tesla bullets is going to be our rush. We really want Tesla bullets as fast as we can. This basically, once purchased, you can proc your 3 and just kind of shoot anything, and everything just pretty much dies. As you can see here, everything just kind of dies. You can kill everything really fast without even aiming at it. What Tesla bullets does, if you don't know, this is without my 3 proc. It bounces just similarly to our 3. You can see that lightning bolt bounce around. It helps us clear a lot of stuff. Next up on the list can be Spirit Lifesteal. Spirit Lifesteal allows you to just obviously sustain, gives you more health, things like that. It's up to you. Personally, I've been messing around with not going it early. You can go it early and you just become really tanky. It's kind of up to you and how the game state is. Personally, I'd always get it though sooner or later. But your more core items are going to be active reload. Active reload, I have noticed that a lot of the really high-end players, they don't always use the active reload on CD. They wait till the fight is going to happen. So for example, if I'm just clearing creeps over here, right? If I clear the whole entire wave, and let's say I have to reload, I'm not going to use it at this green, because if I get ganked, for example, I want to shoot somebody, active reload, and have that for the fight. So just something to keep in mind. Next up on the list is going to be Suppressor. Suppressor is really strong because once I activate my 3, this bounce across, it is proccing Suppressor, as you can see by that icon on the enemy. Very, very, very strong because it is just going to bounce between a whole entire team fight, and it can pretty much win you the team fight itself. Next up, if you do end up going Spirit Lifesteal early, go this Healing Booster. This Healing Booster reduces the healing reduction that you get by 15%, and this will increase your Spirit Lifesteal and your Lifesteal from your active reload, and your healing from your abilities from Spirit Lifesteal. If not, we can go into Soul Shredder. This by default will just give us the Spirit Lifesteal. Here, let me unlock all of the flex slots. This will give us extra damage on our weapon, spirit damage amp, and spirit lifesteal. This is by your bullets applying a debuff that increases your spirit damage. So if you're shooting them, you can't really see it with the suppressor, but you see that little purple debuff on them right there. That little purple glow on them, that is your Soul Shredder bullets working. Just keep that in mind. Again, that glow right there, that is your Soul Shredder. We're gonna go into, usually I like to go right into Fleet Foot as fast as I possibly can, honestly, so I can start doing that combo that I showed you guys earlier, which is procking your 3, proc your Fleet Foot, and then just kind of run around and zoom around, crouch spamming, stuff like that. Allows you to kind of just make plays all over. You just become an absolute menace on the map. And then get Enduring Speed if you're into counter matchups. This is direct upgrade from Sprint Boots, so this is why the Sprint Boots early can be beneficial. Then we're going to go into a Mystic Slow Rush. Mystic Slow again, procs on your 3. Mystic Slow will bounce around to all the people, as you can see, marked above. It is bouncing to everybody and procking Mystic Slow on everyone. Being very, very, very strong. So, yeah. Then we're going to go into, we can go E-Shift. I was kind of messing around with putting E-Shift in Situational just because it is kind of a situational item. We can do a lot of cool things with this item on 7. So if you are doing the combo, for example, and you proc your 3, prop Fleet Foot, and you're doing the crouch spamming, for example, you can kind of E-Shift here, reload, activate, reload, drop from it, and then you have more spirit damage as well. So you just kind of hit like a truck outside of E-Shift. So personally, I've been finding E-Shift to be really, really high value and very, very, very strong. So it's just some things that you can mess around with it. If you don't want to go E-Shift, you can go right into a Surge of Power and put Surge of Power on your 3. These 2 items are mixable. Personally, I put this one in the late game just because you 2 tend to just buy this in the late game, like one of the first ones. And E-Shift is kind of like a safer relic to just kind of have and make you damage immune. Situational items I have listed in here. Obviously the 2 bullet armors, depending, or bullet and spirit armor, depending on what you are facing and what is killing you. You always kind of want one of these at least in your build. You don't even have to have full build items here. You can kind of just go it if people are killing you and they have a very aggressive comp, for example. I put Silence Glyph in here because if you are 1v1ing somebody and somebody has an escape, for example, or somebody can kill you like a Geist, you want a Silence Glyph just so you can take the 1v1s when they were defending the lane. Knockdown as well is very good, as it can guarantee just a lot more damage from your entire kit and allows you to amp up your 1v1 potential, which is really good for 7 to be in. Next up on the list is going to be a debuff remover. Debuff remover is really popular, just the thing that you want to be kind of utilizing almost in every single game, especially if there's like a pocket or just high CC or anything like that. You definitely want a debuff remover. Unstoppable is really nice if they have like knockdowns for you or anything like that. You want to go unstoppable so you don't get interrupted in your ultimate. Heal bait, of course, if there's a lot of healing in the game. Reactivate barrier if there's like a beat bop or an Abrams that's going to push you into a wall. A Moe and Krill, just anything that's going to CC you, you want to reactivate barrier. Divine Barrier I put in here. I think people have been messing around with it. I think it's like an okay item. I think it's, you know, unique enough to be good. It's situationally good, not always the best, and does improve your ult range, but just something to keep in mind as an offhand buy. This item is really interesting to me, Escalating Resilience. I actually think this item might come up more in builds, just because as you are a hyper carry, just shooting somebody's going to give you 40% bully resist at a very fast pace, make you tankier for that 1v1, while also benefiting you with fire rate. Just a good item. Metal Skin is your counter to the Wraiths, the Hazes, the McGinnises that go full weapon damage, the Infernuses. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't because you just get ticked anyway, so smile. All right, next portion, we're going to go right into the late game. We're going to go into Boundless Spirit. Boundless Spirit. This is an item that you want to buy first as your late game item, outside of Surge Power, of course. Boundless Spirit is just going to amp up all of your damage on every single ability that you have here. I think I actually forgot to add in. Oh, I did actually forget to add in Improve Spirit, but you get the gist. Buy Improve Spirit whenever you can around here, and then go right into Boundless. You want to go into Leech as well if you can get Leech. Personally, I find value in Leech if you're really far ahead, because it's just really hard to kill you. If you're not that far ahead, I think just go right into Soul Rebirth. Having 2 lives is really strong. Probably, in my opinion, it's going to be Boundless Spirit, Soul Rebirth, and Unstoppable. If you're really strong, you can go Boundless Spirit, Unstoppable into Spiritual Overflow. Or if people are really tanky, you can go Boundless Spirit, Unstoppable, Escalating Exposure. So it just kind of depends on what you need to do and what your role is going to be. Like if you're Giga fed, you can just go Boundless Leech and Soul Rebirth. So when you revive, you can kind of just kill everybody. So it's kind of up to you on how you want to play it and how your gameplay is going at that specific time. And yeah, just in the early game, be very, very wary of like people that can kind of close the gap on you, as your weapon isn't the strongest in the early game. Once you kind of get 2 points into your 2, you kind of play pressure again. As well as once you get your stun, be very careful on how you use your stun, because your stun is a big part of your macro and your fight potential. So it's just something you want to be utilizing when you actually get that item and your other dual lane partner can fight with you. Especially if the people are playing up on the corner while you're trying to punch creeps, for example. I can show you. While people are trying to punch creeps, like for this, for example, if people are like playing this corner because they're going to try to deny you, you can just probably drop a 2 on them. And then they're going to run away, and then you can kind of chase it and throw a 1 at them, proc your thing, and then just keep kind of playing like that. Also helps you regain control. Yes, it's a long CD, but it is worth it to regain that control. Anyway, guys, I hope that is a good 7 guide. Again, you can use this, search it up in the public thing, the public build, type it in, Venenu 7 build, and you can utilize my build just like that. I hope you guys enjoyed, hope you guys enjoyed the video, as I've been working hard on these and trying to figure out what you guys like the most. This is a different style video than my other guides, so just kind of seeing what everybody likes and what doesn't like. If you guys have any tips or tricks or tips just on what I can do better for these, feel free to put that in the comments below. I've been working hard on these again, and yeah, feel free to put a comment below on what guide you would like to see next, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Don't forget to sub to the channel. Go check me out on twitch.tv/Veneno_. I stream every single day over there at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you on the next one.